Hello everyone. So here we have a new PS5 Slim next to a original PS5 digital version. So just to show a little bit of comparison, Slim is shorter. Apologies for the state of my workbench. In the process of kind of changing the configuration of a few things and making anyway, it's a bit of a mess at the moment. But I just wanted to showcase both of these came in for HDMI repairs. This one is only slightly damaged. This one is significantly damaged. But anyway, neither here nor there. I wanted to showcase the new PS5 as this will be officially my very first time actually opening it up. So, no lie, first time, never opened it up before, don't know what it looks like, don't even know if it's similar to take apart, but we're going to find out. So, let me mount this. Come on. Here we go. Get my camera mount up. And almost, not quite. And yeah, close enough. There we go. Let's get a little bit of extra lighting. Yeah. All right. So these panels, I believe they just clip off. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah, easy enough. This one. There we go. Simple. Nice and easy. Let's get this one out of my way. Alright, so first thing I notice is the SSD slot has been moved. So in the original, I guess the fat model, the SSD slot is roughly here. Everything else is pretty much the same. Fan connector seems to be shifted slightly, and there's no ribbon for the disk drive. Also, these are supposedly easily swappable, as you can buy the disk drive for a digital version and add it. Not sure how this comes off. Oh, that was easy enough. There we go. Oh, neat. It's a nice little plug. Plugs into the board. Nice and compact. It's actually a pretty cool feature. It's actually a shame that Microsoft didn't offer something similar with the Series S. It'd be nice to add a disk drive to it, but hey, they can barely keep those things turned on, let alone put a disk in it. Anyway, different story, different day. Let's get this apart. Tray. So take off this cover. There's going to be a lot of assumptions being made right now on how these comes apart. I'm assuming, again, I don't need to take off the base to get this apart. But we shall see. So otherwise, this slot looks pretty similar. I don't see any huge changes. I'm going to use drill because I value my wrists and I don't want to spend all night trying to take this apart. So let's remove the fan first, just like the original. Very much just like the original. And this should be a short screw. Yeah, there we go. So the fan screws are actually quite literally the exact same. You get a long screw, long coarse thread that goes here, a short coarse thread goes here, and two fine thread screws go here because they screw into the metal housing. So far they're very similar. Fan is really clean. Again, this system was essentially brand new. Apparently the customer dropped a picture frame or something on it and struck the HDMI port. So, you know, accidents happen. Stuff happens. So right away, this fan is new. The lower amperage, Same, still 12 volt. This looks like it has an awful lot of fan blades. I know the original PS5, the launch one, has 17 fins. I don't know what's in this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 18, 19. 19 fins. Okay, so they respaced, added 2 extra fins. Probably to push a little bit more air. Also makes it a little bit quieter. Cool. Anyway, let's keep going. Another screw. Oh, fine course. And a course. Long one. What are these dots? 1 dot. No dots. 2 dots. 2 dots. 2 dots. I wonder if they signify the type of screw. So the 2 dots were long. That one didn't have it, but it was a regular screw. 1 dot had a coarse fine thread. This one doesn't have it. So let's see. Is this a regular screw? It is. Cool, neat. Regular. And a regular. I get them all. And yes, that's all. Neat. So, for reference point, if you're ever taking them apart and you take them all out, you don't know where your screws are. Sony actually marked it. There's 1 little dot here, which means it's a fine thread. And there's 2 dots next to these, which means it's a long coarse thread. And the ones without a dot are the regular, shorter coarse threads. Now, there is a double dot here, so I'm guessing this is a long coarse thread. If my theory is correct. Let's find out. Long coarse thread, come on. Show me, yeah, there you go. Alright. Great. So this is pretty straightforward. Nothing fancy. Well, this is nice. Alright, so thankfully, it's similar to the layout of the, I guess the last release of the PS5. They shortened the board, a couple of different revisions, mostly for power consumption and heat. But yeah, they did change the heat sinks. They did more heat piping on the external, but this is kind of flimsy. Would have been nice to have this secured here, but I guess it's in a console that don't move, so I suppose that's fine. I'm sure they know what they're doing. Maybe. Let's remove that for now. Alright, let's get all these screws out. Oh! This is a long one. Keep note of that one. There's a long silver coarse thread that goes right there. Different. And very similar front connector to what was in the original models. Actually, I'm pretty sure it's almost the exact same. Looks to be the same. Thankfully, it looks like you didn't use 7,000 screws in this particular model, which is a welcome change. There is a screw hidden there, though, assuming that it's under the panel. So far, all of these are the same. I'm not seeing any new types. So one thing that has changed with this particular model is the HDMI port moved from here to up here. And the power supply is thinner and larger, but finally Sony realized that they had a pretty significant flaw in their original design, especially with the power supply. And that the vents in the power supply were very easily filled with dust. And when the power supply overheats, it triggers an alarm in the console. It doesn't warn you. It just abruptly shuts off out of nowhere. And it's quite annoying. And eventually, it can cause damage. So, those ports fill really easy. from what I've read, they made the ports, the perforated holes in the power supply for airflow, they made it a little bit bigger. And I just want to make sure I have every screw removed before I start pulling on anything. Nothing. All right. There we go. Okay. I have a lot of thermal pads. Oh, wow. It's not terribly a lot of changes from what I can see right off the bat. I don't really see anything. The SSD is different though. In the original and the second release, the fat model, the SSD is 5 or 6 chips. The controller looks to be the same. I don't see any difference in it. But there's only two data chips. Interesting. Now I know these do have full terabyte, so they're probably 500 gig cards, I guess. Whereas the original is 860, 850. I don't know, something like that, 800 and something. But yeah, that is different. They also moved it. Anyway, yeah, neat. Board wise, it's not all that much smaller, to be honest with you, than the even the launch model, which was, you know, the largest board of them all. But yeah, it's not. It only just goes to show just how much bulk, I guess, the original model took up. A lot of it was just empty space, aesthetics more than anything than it was functionality. But this is different. The heatsink clamps are T8 screws, and the previous two models, they were Phillips. No opinion on that. It doesn't overly matter. But don't believe I'm missing anything other than to pop it up from the power supply. Come on. Come out. There we go. Alright, so on the underside, yeah, it's pretty much the same. So they actually double banked them here, so there's 4 instead of 6. Neat. Okay. Looks like they added a little slightly larger, beefier shroud. It looks like they actually added a thermal dam under the seal, which is good. The port looks the same. I don't see any real change in the port, other than this one's damaged. But yeah. Alright, interesting. Anyway, folks, that's basically all I wanted to show. You've seen more than enough HDMI port replacements. I don't need to show you that again. This is pretty standard. Looks like they moved the diode from here. Yeah, they just put it on the back. Capacitor's still there, though. That's an annoyance. No biggie. Nuvoton. Oh. The encoder's made by Nuvoton, not Panasonic. That's a change. That's new. Not that it matters. They're not overly known to fail in these. So, could have been just a supplier issue. It's obviously not a breakdown of relationships with Panasonic because the battery is made by them. Anyway. Yeah, so that's the new Slim. Power supply is under here. You can take it all out, but it's really nothing overly to see. It's just plastics. But yeah, there you go. So that's your PS5 Slim, and that's your teardown. I hope everyone has a good day, evening, morning, whenever you're watching this. And otherwise, see you later.